Keen, congratulations on the front row again today. Tell us how you feel, first of all, for that one, for your championship.
I think we did a good job, to be honest. A bit less of an easy quali, let's say, compared to Friday afternoon. We didn't really find perfect track positioning. And yeah, it was a little bit more difficult. I don't think I had the best position on track, and I think I had to get a bit more out of the car than I expected, and probably from myself. But in the end, we managed to pull through. So the car was obviously very good to drive, but I think expected to drive in a bit more dirty air. But, anyway, still really, really good. Front row, we always knew it was going to be hard to take overall pole with being the first on track. But yeah, really, really happy.
How was the track out there? Was it a case of just needing to improve every lap as the track did?
Yeah, it's like you said, it's track is completely green. It's lap by lap, we're just finding more and more time. So yeah, it was just try to follow the track evolution, try to keep improving lap by lap. Yeah, push all the way.
Manuele, congratulations, your first pole position overall. We've seen you come close before.
Yeah, feels good to start on pole at home. Really looking forward to start on that. I can't really thank enough the team because yesterday I raced away at the crash and they rebuilt the car all over the night, and I'm really thankful that I give them the pole position. So yeah, honestly, really happy about the execution and really looking forward.
It was a bit of hectic races yesterday. Does that make it feel better to be at the front and looking to push away?
Yeah, luckily I had the crash in the least point race, which of course don't want to have a crash, but anyway I think we have more points on the table today. With the race won yesterday, good points, and looking forward to do even more solid points for today.
Scorching Sunday afternoon, the first day of summer here at the Temple of Speed. Good afternoon and welcome to Race 3, Round 4, the 2026 FIA Formula Regional European Championship. In just a few moments, we race the halfway point of the championship. Earlier this morning, qualifying got underway. It was the Italian Emanuele Olivieri to the right who took pole position. We will take a walk up the grid in just a moment. Olivieri, who is leading the Rookie Championship, but I can tell you he is unconcerned with that, wants to win outright, and he's got the best possible chance of doing it this afternoon. Nice to have your company as you join us at the home of the Italian Formula One Grand Prix. This is the famous Autodromo di Monza, and we go back through the grid looking at the championship leader, Kin Nakamura-Berta, who briefly lost the lead of the championship. It was Sebastian Weldon. We left the circuit last night, the American, who we thought was the championship leader, by a single point over Kin Nakamura-Berta. But we came back this morning. The stewards were here to 11 o'clock this evening. Kin Nakamura-Berta starts grid 2, his P1 in the championship at the halfway point of the 2026 season. Don't forget, from here in 3 weeks' time, we go to the home of the Hungarian Formula One Grand Prix. That is in Budapest. After that, it is Paul Ricard, the south of France, the penultimate round of the series at Imola, and we crown the champion of the new era at Hockenheim on the second week of September. Kin Nakamura-Berta, the Japanese driver who won the Italian F4 Championship at this very circuit at Monza in 2025, starts out grid 2, and starting just behind is the driver he fought for the title. From Florianopolis in Brazil, it is Gabriel Gomez with a super performance in qualifying this morning. Car 78 for the Roden Motorsport team was on provisional pole for much of the session. Narrowly lost that in the dying stages, but the boy from Florianopolis starts grid 3 for the Roden Motorsport team. Max Popov, we cast our minds back 3 weeks to Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium, and Max took a brilliant victory for the Trident Motorsport team. Remember, this is the home race for Trident Motorsport. Max Popov, starting out of grid 4, he won race 3 at Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium. Starting out of grid 5, it is the pole. Yannick Swarovski, car 8 for the Irish-Italian RPM Motorsport team. Yannick Swarovski actually got the quickest lap in race 1 yesterday. Starting out of grid 5, just ahead of Jules Roussel, the first of the CL Motorsport cars, the driver from the west of France. And then we go to Sebastian Weldon, who is fighting for the championship lead. We are ready to go on a scorching Sunday afternoon, the first day of summer here at the Temple of Speed. Race 3, round 4, the FIA Formula Regional European Championship right here at Monza.
Ian Silvestrian, thank you very much on what is a very hot grid down there at Monza. 35-degree air temperature we have around, and a track temperature now of 55 degrees. It's going to be really tough conditions out there. The umbrellas are out amongst the fans to get themselves some shade. There's the grid. As you look at it, it's formed from qualifying this morning, this race 3 of 3 this weekend. We had 2 races yesterday after qualifying on Friday. The first, they started as they qualified. The second, the top 12 were reversed. Let's recap the podium for you. Rashid Al-Daheri took the win yesterday, coming from the lower order of the top 10. Salim Hanna took a podium finish, 2 podiums it was for him, and Andrea Dupé was promoted to the podium. We'll reflect more on that in a sec. Here's your grid. Emanuele Olivieri, a first pole position for him. Keen Nakamura Berta alongside. The same front row as yesterday, albeit the other way round. Gabriel Gomez, a PB for him. He's going to be on row 2 for Rodin, with Maximilian Popov carrying the Italian flag. Jan Shadowski, hard charger, always goes well around here. He's alongside Jules Roussel, who has a 3-place grid drop after yesterday's race. Seb Weldon and Kabir Anurag, PB for him, come next. Then it's Newman Shi, Aston Martin Jr. on row 5 with Renault Francot. Alex Ninovich crashed in both races yesterday. He'll be hoping for a clean one. Koo Hyo Lee on his debut is next to him. Salim Hanna, 2 podiums for him yesterday. He is going to be on row 7 with Yuki Sano. Alexandra Munoz is on row 8 with our rookie champion from last year, Dion Gauda. Matteo Giccardi comes on row 7 with Kai Darianani, who retired at the end of the race yesterday. Marcus Sarta came through the field and took the rookie win, finishing P6 overall. Francisco Macedo next. Alex Abkazavar took a good result yesterday, has looked very quick throughout the weekend, but his second race didn't really go so well. He's going to be on row 11 with Thomas Stolchamanis, Reza Siwerthan and Andrea Dupé, who has a 3-place grid drop, comes next. Then it's Miguel Costa and Rashid Al-Daheri, the surprise of qualifying, second in the championship, but row 13. Sakir Al-Maserji in the points yesterday. He's alongside Andrea Kostic. Then we have Giovanni Maschio and Raheem Alabai. So 4 grid penalties to recap. Jules Roussel has a 3-place grid drop. We also have a 3-place grid drop for Andrea Dupé, and then 5-place grid drops, Alex Abkazavar for his incident coming through the first chicane, and Alexandra Munoz also getting a 5-place grid drop as well. Really, that affected Jules Roussel the most. Was due to start on the second row, but drops to the third. But nevertheless, still a very good performance, a personal best performance for the CL Motorsport driver. 30 minutes plus 1 lap will be our race distance. 30 drivers out there in total. This is round 4, race 3 of the season. This event supported by the Italian Minister for Sport and Youth. We have a same point system as Formula 1, 25 to your winner, down to 1 point for P10. An additional point for fastest lap. Emanuele Olivieri has already scored 2 points for taking pole position. They have 100 seconds of what we now call race mode. You might formally know it as the push-to-pass system, which becomes activated after lap 1. Last season, they had 5 stabs at it throughout the race. This season, they get 100 seconds to use as and when they like throughout the race after the completion of lap 1 or 1 lap of racing. If you are using it before, then you will be penalised, and we saw a couple of examples of that yesterday. 2 eventful races, it has to be said, yesterday, but at times some really good entertainment to watch. So drivers will be seeing how they can use that race mode system. Rashid Al Dahiri used it particularly well in the second race, timing his race very well as he came through to take the win. So just to recap the results from yesterday, race 1 was won by King Nakamura Berta from pole position. Emanuele Olivieri, our rookie winner, and second. Salim Hanna finished in third. Alex Abkazavar was fourth. Then it was Seb Weldon, Newman Chi, Jan Shadowski, Renaud Francot, Gabriel Gomez and Kai Darianani, some real hard charges in that race. Race 2 was then won by Rashid Al Dahiri. Race 2 is where we reversed the top 12 on the grid, similar to the format in Formula 3. 10 points going to the win for Rashid Al Dahiri. The top 10 still score. Salim Hanna finished in second, Andrea Dupé in third. That was after a penalty for Sebastian Weldon. Newman Chi was fourth from King Nakamura Berta. Marcus Sata, our rookie winner. Then Thomas Stolchimanis, Kabir Anurag, Sakir Al-Maserji and Gabriel Gomez. There were a lot of penalties after the race. I won't go through them in detail, but they included Ninovic 10 seconds, Weldon 10 seconds, Yuki Sano 10 seconds, likewise for Renaud Francot, Francisco Macedo, and there were 5-second penalties for both Reza Siwerthan and Miguel Costa, those drivers finishing from 18th down to 24th in what was a very eventful race. So where does that leave us in the championship? It leaves King Nakamura Berta leading the way on 114 points, Rashid Al Dahiri 10 back on 104. Then it's Sebastian Weldon, a further point back on 103. Those three very much the breakaway group in the championship as it stands. Renaud Francot, the best of the rest on your screen right there, in fourth on 74 points. Emanuele Olivieri is fifth, and our lead rookie. Well, that's just about everything in terms of recapping what we've had in race 1 and 2. This is now race 3. A pleasure to have your company. The end of this race will bring us to the halfway point of the season. 3 weeks after this, we will be at Hungary before Paul Ricard, Imola and Hockenheim. We have another 3-race weekend coming up at Imola. The remainder will be 2 race weekends. It's an 8-round championship, but 20 races overall. One thing we saw yesterday is drivers just seeing how effective the race mode system was down the straight. Rashid Al Dahiri came out of Parabolica, didn't use it and got swallowed up by the pack, but then later used it, having saved it up to come back through the field. So that will be on the mind of all the drivers. They'll be hoping for a clean start first of all, and then once we complete the first lap, we will have that race mode active. To your top 10, Olivieri, Nakamura Berta, then Gomez and Popov, Shirovsky, Russell, Weldon and Anurag, Newman Chi and Renaud Francot complete it. Once all 30 are in position, we'll get the green flag and then we'll be ready to go racing for round 4, race 3 here at Monza. 30 minutes plus a lap coming up. There's the green flag at the back. King Nakamura Berta is to the left of screen, to the right on pole position, the Italian Emanuele Olivieri, and we are go here at Monza. A yellow flag, some stallers at the back. I think one of the Prema drivers has not got going, but the remainder making their way down towards the first corner, and it's the Italian Olivieri trying to hold off King Nakamura Berta in towards the Rettifilo chicane. Gomez in the white and black Rodin looks to be in third place there. Overall, a pretty clean start. One of the G4 drivers just cutting across the inside of the corner, but overall they're all through nice and safely. I think Thomas Stolchimanis was the Prema driver who stalled at the back of the field. A real shame for him, but side by side almost we go in towards the Roger chicane, and Renaud Francot that looked like just clipping the grass coming into the chicane. Oh no, one of the Trident cars is off. It's Kai Darianani who has gone off. Who was I'm just trying to identify the CL driver who ran wide. It was either Roussel or Renaud Francot. Kai Darianani is certainly the driver in the gravel. The Trident car that could bring out a safety car straight away here. The remainder of the field head down this one of the Van Amersfoorts who's gone slowly. Francisco Macedo that is recovering in the background. Leading us though is still Emanuele Olivieri through Ascari chicane for the first time. Nakamura Berta in second place. Safety car is out. Well, that will be for Kai Darianani, sadly, who went off what a shame for him this weekend. Got off to a good start with points in the first race, but races 2 and 3, sadly, do not see him taking the checkered flag. Okay, let's try and figure out what happened here then. We're looking for the Trident livery of Kai Darianani. Through he goes, and contact that is with one of the G4 cars, which was Marcus Sarter, who was down the inside coming through the second part of the chicane, and contact with Darianani, just 2 into 1, doesn't go really. Marcus Sarter trying to get down the inside, coming through the second part of the chicane. And Kai Darianani, as he turned into the corner, received contact and found himself off into the gravel. It has been noted, that incident, by the stewards. The rest of the field all getting through safely. This will help Thomas Stolchemanis, who had stalled on the grid. He'll be able to catch the field back. There is Kai walking away from his car. A real shame for him. Now, let's go through the order then and see if we can spot any real changes to the order. Oh, this is Francisco Macedo. Now, didn't quite see exactly where the damage came for the Van Amersfoort, but he was coming out of the second Lesmo quite slowly and far back from the rest of the field. But this safety car should give him a chance to get that car fixed and get back out on the circuit. So Olivieri leading the way, the Italian driver, the only Italian to previously take a win here at Monza in this championship, is the one and only Kimi Antonelli. Nakamura Berta in second place, Gabriel Gomez in third. So 2 rookies within the podium places. You can see they're highlighted yellow markers to the next of their name, identifying them as rookie drivers. Maximilian Popov, who has taken a win already this season, is 4th. Jan Shadowski is 5th place, who made his debut here last year. Jules Roussel, clean start to the race for him. He's P6. Weldon, 7th place. Then it's Kabir Anurag in 8th place. Ninovic is 9th. He's gained a couple of places. Newman Chi has lost one. So not a huge amount of changes in terms of the top 10. Frankot is in 11th place. Lee is in 12th. Hanna in 13th. We didn't talk much about him, but not the best qualifying by his now very high standards this weekend. He could be one to watch from P13. Rashid Al-Daheri, second in the championship, has gained a few places already, so keep an eye on him on that timing tower to the left. In terms of the championship, the top 3 split by 11. It's Nakamura Berta leading Al-Daheri by 10, so he'll be on a charge through the field. Weldon, the other one to keep an eye on. He'll want to get to those podium places. Safety car in this lap. The pace goes over to our race GPs, Emanuele Olivieri. The approach yesterday from most drivers was to wait until just before the entrance of Parabolica and then get your foot down. But Olivieri's going to go early. Down towards Parabolica he goes, and Emanuele Olivieri is already at full speed, and look at that, Nakamura Berta trying to go with him. It split up the field slightly. Gomez in 3rd place, Popov in 4th, Shadowski in 5th is the one under the most pressure from the CL Motorsport of Jules Roussel, and weaving down the straights is Olivieri trying to break that toe on Nakamura Berta, but Nakamura Berta getting closer and closer as they head down towards the Rettifilo chicane. He's going to take it to the outside and go all the way around the outside, but sensibly backing out the Williams Jr. in the end. I think Jules Roussel had to cut across the inside of the chicane there. Rejoins behind Weldon, one of the ARTs running wide, which I think might have been Munoz a little bit further back, but the remainder of the field heading round Curva Grande now and up towards the Roger chicane, and looking in his mirrors is Olivieri trying to identify exactly where Nakamura Berta is. Confirmation of the change between Weldon and Roussel, and you can see Munoz has tumbled down to 22nd place, almost side by side in towards the first Lesmo there. Nakamura Berta is piling the pressure on the young rookie Emanuele Olivieri. There was a lot of attention for him at the autograph session earlier. Many fans who have gathered around the circuit will no doubt be cheering the Italian driver as he heads to Ascari now. Gomez right there ahead of the fourth place driver, Popov, and Gomez behind Nakamura Berta, who he fought with for the Italian F4 and E4 championship titles last year. It's been a quiet start to the season for Gomez, given his form last year. But this is what we were expecting to see, and Gomez now trying to get up towards the lead of the race. He's got Popov to deal with behind, though. Remember, completion of one lap of racing, and they will be able to use the race mode system. So out of the final corner now and down the start-finish straight. Let's see if anyone is eager to get a move on here. Could Nakamura Berta be the first real person to use it? And you can see the rain lights flashing on the back of the cars. That means they are using the race mode system, and all the lead group pretty much were using it. Nakamura Berta to the outside there, almost contact with Gabriel Gomez. So that's how they know the drivers ahead are using it. Olivieri's in a position where he can't really see the back of the cars behind him. Oh, contact, one of the RPMs going off there. And I think it was Raheem Alibi, possibly the other car, who was off. Meanwhile, side by side down to the Roger chicane. Is this going to be a change for lead? Nakamura Berta locking up into the corner. Olivieri just about getting round the outside. Good driving from the pair there. Nakamura Berta trying everything he can. Oh, but contact coming into the Lesmo. And our championship leader, Nakamura Berta, is off into the gravel and out of the race. Drama once again here at Monza in the FIA Formula Regional European Championship, and it's Nakamura Berta who finds himself out the race and in the gravel. We'll have to see that one back. We can see Olivieri leading down to Ascari, but the safety car has come out. He's got Gomez behind, Popov in third, Shodowski in fourth, Weldon in fifth. Now the question is, was there contact from Gabriel Gomez into the back of Nakamura Berta, which has sent him off? We'll have to wait for a replay to find out. It has, well, the Marcus Sartor incident has already been noted a little bit further back. He and Miguel Costa, they're the pair we saw running wide coming out of the first chicane, and no rear wing on the back of the car for Nakamura Berta there. And he'll be incredibly disappointed with that. His Red Bull Ring weekend at the start of the season ended in drama. Right, let's find out what happened. Oh, yeah, and it just appears there's contact from behind, doesn't it? And Nakamura Berta then is sent off into the gravel. It looked like the right rear suspension certainly received some contact, and Nakamura Berta off. But we'll leave it to the stewards to decide. They'll have all the angles necessary. Just seeing Gabriel Gomez, if he has front wing damage. It doesn't appear he does, but that is one that no doubt will be looked into. And Nakamura Berta is out of the race. So Olivieri is now first, of course, ahead of Gomez. Incident involving Olivieri, Nakamura Berta rather, has been noted. It's incident involving Nakamura Berta and Olivieri. It's come up on my screen. We'll see what the stewards think about it when they have a look. So safety car back out once more. They didn't get long to use race mode, did they? And Emanuele Olivieri was one of the ones using it. You could see the rain lights going as they went down the start-finish straight. Oh no, what's happened here with Miguel Costa? The RPM driver is in the pit lane. And looks like possibly out of the race. Safety car is in this lap, so we've got a rookie 1-2 in Olivieri and Gomez. Popov in third, Shodowski in fourth, then Weldon in fifth place, Russell in P6, Ninovic in seventh, Kabir Anurag, the Alpine livery, is in eighth, and Frankot in ninth. Newman Chi in his Aston Martin livery is in P10. Safety car in, and Olivieri went very early last time, didn't he? Will he change his approach this time, I wonder? With the safety cars out, it just means there's less time to use 100 seconds of race mode, so the battling can become slightly more frantic. That's what we saw yesterday. Let's go down to pit lane. Ian is with Miguel Costa.
Just before the safety car comes back in, Miguel Costa, heartbreak for you. What happened?
Yeah, I just was making some moves. I tried to go on the outside of Marcus Sater in T1, was on the inside for T2. Unfortunately, had some contact into T2, locked wheels, and yeah, broke the steering. So unfortunately, cannot continue.
Bad luck, buddy. We feel for you. We'll see you in Budapest.
See you there.
Thank you, Ian. Good to hear from Miguel Costa. We saw that side-by-side action, didn't we? And ended with Marcus Sater going wide, Miguel Costa out of the race. Let's focus then on the racing back on circuit. Safety car in this lap, and Olivieri is going to now take us back to full speed. Once again going early down to Parabolica. Gomez going with him, and it's just split the leaders slightly, and that's a great restart from Olivieri. He's got a few car lengths over Gabriel Gomez, but that will now start to shrink as they head down towards the Retafilo chicane. Under all sorts of pressure is Popov in third from Sharovsky, and the Freck Snake makes its way down towards the first corner. Are we going to see anyone making any moves in the top 10? That looked like Russell, I think, going side by side with Alex Ninovic. A couple of cars just cutting through the inside of the chicane. And now rejoining one of the ARTs, that looked like in a G4 car. In fact, that was Rashid Al-Dahiri, apologies. Rashid Al-Dahiri had gone wide, he's up to P16, so 10 gained already. And with Nakamura Berta out, there is a great chance for him to make some big ground. Currently, Weldon would be tied on points with Nakamura Berta if he can take the fastest lap. He's 11 back, he's scoring 10 as it stands, one more place, and Sebastian Weldon will take the championship lead on circuit. So this is now a real hurry up for Rashid Al-Dahiri. There's a chance here to take points out of Nakamura Berta, who will be extremely disappointed with how his race has played out. Olivieri into Ascari chicane, Gomez behind, and oh no, is that Kabir Anurag dropping down the order? He's dropped a couple of places, I think, P10. I could still see that Alpine junior car coming through, and through it goes in the Ascari chicane. Remember now, race mode will become active once they go across the line. Look for the rain lights on the back of the car to see them using it. Ninovic doesn't need that though. He's going to go past Jules Roussel into Parabolica, who doesn't decide to fight that one very hard, and now across the start-finish line, and no doubt they'll all be using it as they head over the line. It's Olivieri leading, but will he be there for long? Because right behind is Gabriel Gomez, and this is a great opportunity to put Rodin Motorsport on the top step in their first season in this championship. Russell, I think, fighting back down the start-finish straight, might have gone back ahead of Ninovic for P6. Looks like Ninovic is still just ahead, and look how congested it is in the middle of the field, and Ninovic has now lost the toe to the top 5, so he's got a big task on his hands to try and reel those cars back in, some of them using it coming through Curva Grande. Shidovsky side by side with Weldon. Weldon trying to go around the outside, and that will be the championship lead for Sebastian Weldon on circuit. Up to P4 goes the MP driver, and he'll be looking to get some more out of this now. He's staring at another podium round the outside. There, that looked like one of the CL cars making a great move. I think that might have been Renault Francot there coming up the order. Possibly passing Jules Roussel, which would mean he's had a bit of a poor start to this lap. Was fighting away with Ninovic, and I think now may have dropped back behind his teammate. We'll be able to identify. No, it's Roussel just ahead of Francot, P8 and P9. Through Ascari and down the start-finish straight they go. Well, down the straight towards Parabolica, shall I say. Look at that for a cue. Down to Parabolica, they're all right together. Olivieri, Gomez in second, Popov in third place. Here is the two CL cars fighting together. The 24 is Roussel, Francot in the 69. They can use this race mode system as and when they like. Once it's active, they could use it for 2 seconds or up to 10, 15 seconds. It's however much they want, and they don't need to be in a certain gear to use it either as well, which is slightly different to the push-to-pass system we had last year. It's very similar to what you see in the likes of IndyCar and Indy Next. Oh, round the outside, that's a Rodin car making a move a little bit further down the pack. I think Reza Sirworthen that might be who is fighting away with Rashid Al-Dahiri. Rashid Al-Dahiri in the Yassit livery to the inside now, and Rashid trying to get himself into 14th place. I think might have just completed that one. Yes, you can see to the left of screen on the timing tower, Al-Dahiri is ahead right at the top of screen. He is ahead of Reza Siwerthan, now chasing the orange and black Van Amersfoort of Dion Gouda, our rookie champion from last season. And there's lots of opportunity here for Rashid Al-Dahiri to move forward. Salim Hanna is on the move as well. He's gained a couple of places, looking at some points as we go down to Ascari now. Live driver standings for you. Weldon 1 point ahead of Nakamura Berta as he's scoring 12 as it stands, but he can start to now put a couple of points between himself and the driver, Nakamura Berta, who went out at the first Lesmo. He could put some distance between himself and Nakamura Berta as we get to now the halfway point of the season. Through Parabolica, it's still the rookie Olivieri leading on home soil. Gomez just appears to have dropped back there. Now down the start-finish straight, is this going to open the door for Maximilian Popov? Looked like they were both on the button heading down to the Retafilo chicane. Is there going to be a move from Ninovic? He looks very close to the back of Sherdovsky. Right at the top of screen, there's real battles going on. I think that was Abkazavar trying to make some places side by side through the first chicane. Reza Siwerthan losing a place there. And that looks like to the debutant Lee, who has gone through. Right behind them, we've got one of the MP drivers, Abkazavar, that is trying to come through as well. But battles just inside the top 15, points to your top 10. So they'll be looking to just try and make some ground. Dion Gouda and Newman Chi, change for P12. That seems there. Oh, and aggressive defence on the exit. That could open the door for Rashid Al-Dahiri to go through. Doesn't quite get there. But Rashid Al-Dahiri will be just staying patient in this race. That's been his approach throughout the season, and he's often been rewarded for it. I think plenty of people using a lot of race mode as we just restarted this one. Perhaps just thinking there could be late safety cars, and if drivers were ending with a lot of race mode push to pass left yesterday, then they'll want to use it a little bit earlier in this race. It's a possible tactic we might see trying. They're still all learning this system as drivers, engineers, teams, driver coaches as we go through the season. It's a new one we brought in for this year. Now, just seeing that turn 6 incident involving car 73, Olivieri, and 51, no investigation necessary. So that was for Nakamura Berta going off. The stewards have looked at it and don't feel there's any investigation necessary, and they haven't brought up Gomez either. It looked like there might have been contact between them, but that might have just been the angle deceiving us. Stewards have everything they need to assess these things. So we'll be able to say the top 3 can race, in particular as they are. The race for the podium is now on. Yellow flag at turn 1 and 2. It looked like there was a load of dust in the air. Someone had taken to the gravel. We'll find out who that is in just a second. And there is Marcus Sarter, who came together with Miguel Costa earlier in the race. That put Miguel Costa out of the race, and Marcus Sarter himself now out. He took the rookie win yesterday, a 3rd rookie win of the season. Is he in a safe enough position for us to continue is the question. Just under 10 to go, plus the additional lap. Olivieri, Gomez in 2nd, safety car out. And there is Marcus Sarter. Didn't quite see exactly what happened with Sarter. Disappointing end to the weekend for him. But Marcus Sarter, I think overall will be pretty happy with how things have gone. He's shown good pace. Lots of positives for him to take away from this weekend, including that rookie win, some great points, finishing P6 yesterday as well. And that incident involving himself and Miguel Costa is under investigation at turn 2 as well. So a few investigations coming in from the stewards in this one, but hasn't been quite as frantic as we saw from the 2 races yesterday. Olivieri leading Gomez, rookies 1 and 2, but 2 incredibly talented drivers. Emanuele Olivieri had a particularly good off-season, if you like, racing over abroad in the winter. Gabriel Gomez had a very good F4 season, and this is a track he knows very well. Just starting to gain his confidence. He's with a team in Rodin that are new to the championship. Yes, it's a new car, but they're having to learn some new circuits in the process as well, and a lot of their drivers all having to do the same. The likes of Ninovic, Sirworthen, who have jumped up from the GB3 championship. Now car 5, Miguel Costa, has a 10-second penalty. Whether he'll be able to serve that is a question, of course, but let's hear first from Ian and Munoz.
The safety car comes out onto the circuit, and that is because Marcus Sato, who's had a great run thus far in the Rookie Championship, has come to a stop. I'm here with Adrian Munoz, G4 Racing. Have you had a chance to speak from Marcus? What happened?
Yeah, he feels something strange on the steering on the T1, and then he couldn't turn in, and then we decided to park the car because it's not safe to continue.
Up until now, he's been very impressive at leading the up there in the Rookie Championship.
Yeah, has been doing a really good job this weekend. He knows Monza already from the Italian F4, and we had a good chance to do good results, but he got this technical issue, and we feel that it was the best to retire the car.
Of course, bad luck, but best of luck for 3 weeks' time. Nos vemos a Budapest. Gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ian. Great insight as ever. Good to hear from the G4 Racing team, previous winners around this circuit with Alessandro Giusti, and would have been very happy with how things ended for them yesterday. A shame for Marcus Sato having to retire the car, but showing good pace as a rookie. Speaking of, we've got rookies 1 and 2. Popov in 3rd, trying to get himself back on the top step after winning at Spa. Emanuele Olivieri after a first win. And then we've got Gabriel Gomez looking for a first podium as well. This could be a great result for the Rodin team. Could be their first win in this championship. Emanuele Olivieri looking to become the first Italian winner here at Monza since Kimi Antonelli. Maximilian Popov looking to add to that Spa win. And Weldon currently 1 point ahead of Nakamura Berta in the live championship standings. Lots of opportunity for him. We'll keep an eye on him and Rashid Al-Dahiri down in 13th, and we are back green once again, and it's another very good restart from Emanuele Olivieri. This tactic of going early before the corner really working for him. Gomez in 2nd. We're back green for round 4, race 3 here at Monza, the final race of the weekend as we hit the halfway point of the season, and the orange MP there, Weldon, very, very close to Popov as we go across the line once more into the first corner. They're side by side. Oh, that was a big lunge coming from Alex Ninovic on Jan Shedovsky. Shedovsky taking to the escape road there. Once again, 1 or 2 cars just trying to avoid danger and going over the Rettifilo chicane, side by side from Ninovic and Shedovsky. And is that a place game from Ninovic? I think it is. It looks like he's now the car behind Weldon. Shedovsky, not a good restart for him. He's lost another place, I think, to Yuki Sano as well. As, is that front wing damage for Reza Sirworthen? Oh, one of the Van Amersfoorts and just missing the barrier there. Coming together with Renault Francot. I think that was Dion Gauder, and we got a Prema car off at Lesmo 2, Lesmo 1 rather. One of the Premas going straight off, the same place we saw Keen Nakamura Berta go off. We got another Van Amersfoort going wide out of Lesmo 2, which is Francisco Macedo dropping to the back of the field. We could see another intervention in this race as they head through Ascari chicane now. It's Thomas Stolchamanis who's stalled on the grid, who has gone off through the gravel there, down towards Parabolica. Now Olivieri leading Gomez. It doesn't appear their yellow flag's out, so yes, and right at the top of screen I can see that Stolchamanis has recovered and managed to get going. That's fantastic driving from him, but He's had it rough in this race, to say the least, hasn't he? Meanwhile, Rashid Al Dahiri, you would have caught him in that Yassit livery behind Salim Hanna, the Prema driver. That would be a point score if he can make that move, and it looks like he's doing just that, is he? They're almost street wide. You've got Kabir Anurag looking to the inside. To the outside is Abkazavar in the orange MP, all going off for those final points there. And Rashid Al Dahiri being passed round the outside from Abkazavar there. Kabir Anurag just in behind. Newman Chi has run wide through the first chicane. Now round Curva Grande and to the Roger chicane. It's been a good restart out front for Olivieri, but the focus on the lower point scoring positions, because we've got one of our championship contenders, and here he is, Rashid Al Dahiri. Big send on Abkazavar, and it never looked like it was going to work. Abkazavar spinning. Oh, and just hope. Let's hope everyone gets through okay. And I think suspension damage, yes, for Abkazavar. He's going to go no further in this race, and that's another retirement this weekend. That will be a safety car. Whether we get going now is another question. It could be race over for the field here. It could be a win for Emanuele Olivieri. He will not mind a safety car at all. There it comes out now. And it's a question of whether they can get that car recovered in time. Real shame there. Let's have a look at this again then. So Al Dahiri, down the inside he goes. Abkazavar turns in and just spinning round. Big contact received. Abkazavar getting that suspension damage. I think they'll both argue the corner was theirs, but another one the stewards will look into. Nice reception for Alex as he jumps out the car. Great support for all the drivers, I have to say, around the circuit this weekend. We had a huge turnout at the driver autograph session, and everyone was very excited to meet all the drivers. The fans standing in over 30-degree heat to wait and meet the drivers. That incident between Rashid Al Dahiri and Alex Abkazavar has been noted by the stewards. We'll see if anything comes of that one. A shame for Alex, but Al Dahiri remains in 11th place. It was a battle that just started to intensify, that one, didn't it? And it's, you know, it's for the final points. That could be all the difference for Rashid come the end of the season. There's also been an incident noted of Renault Franco. I'll have to be honest, I didn't quite see what that was for, but it has been noted by the stewards. Let's see the progress then of the marshalling team and recovery team. Got to say a huge thanks to them. They've stood in soaring heat all weekend, making sure we can go racing safely. Likewise, our camera crew around the circuit as well, bringing us these live pictures so we can watch all of this racing. The car is gone, so the safety car is in this lap. Okay, we're going to go for a one-lap dash to the line. This is going to be exciting. The home fans, will they see a home winner in Emanuele Olivieri, or will Gabriel Gomez spoil the party and take a first win for Rodin Motorsport? Maximilian Popov carrying the Italian flag in third as well, and Weldon knows there is a great opportunity at points, but likewise, as it stands, both his championship rivals are not scoring. He'll want a clean run to the flag. This is going to be a huge test for rookie Olivieri, likewise for rookie Gabriel Gomez, but they both know this is a brilliant opportunity to go and put themselves on the top step of the podium. Round Ascari and down towards Parabolica we go. It's over to Emanuele Olivieri. He will take us on to the final lap of this third race. Will it be a first win for the RHGP rookie, or will it be a first win for Rodin Motorsport and Gabriel Gomez? Popov, third place for Trident. Can he put the Italian team on the top step? down towards Parabolica for the final time. Olivieri gets his foot down there, and Gabriel Gomez is the one under pressure, it seems, from Popov coming in towards Parabolica. Weldon right with them in 4th place. We're back green and racing. Ninovic in 5th place will be chasing a podium finish as well. He's got Shadowski just behind. And now it's the run down to the Rettifilo, and there's not much Olivieri can do other than just weave and hope that Gomez isn't close enough to mount a challenge when they head in towards that chicane. Into it we go now. Weldon looking to the outside of Popov to try and take third. Oh, and contact there between Gomez and Popov. Are we going to see changes on the exit? That looks like Olivieri should have this one in the bag. It's now a fight for second. One of the CL cars are running onto the grass. On the inside, we've got Roussel and Frankot fighting away with each other. Who appears in second then? Weldon, it could be. He's trying to fight away with Gomez there, and Weldon has gone through into second place. Gomez, possibly with an injured car, fighting to try and stay in the podium places now. Yellow flag is out. Kabir Anurag is off. One of the Tridents off as well, which I think might be Andrea Kostic, given how close they were together. What a shame. He'd been coming up from 28th to 14th place, Andrea Kostic. Yellow flag out, but it will be green for the remainder of the lap, and it's Olivieri leading Weldon. He just needs to keep it on the road, Olivieri, but we could still see changes in the remaining podium places. And to the outside comes Ninovic of his teammate Gomez, who's trying to hold on. Ninovic off into the gravel. Oh, what avoidance driving that is from Shadowski for RPM to get round them both there. Somehow did so without having any contact. Olivieri heading down towards the final corner. We've got Weldon in second. Who's going to be in third? Is it going to be Yuki Sano? I think it is, who steals third place. He was P6, Yuki Sano, and now gets up to P3. Out front it will be the Italian Emanuele Olivieri, who takes the win on home soil. Sebastian Weldon goes into the championship lead with second, and Yuki Sano coming through to take third. Right place, right time, just put his car through the right place at Ascari, waited for it to all kick off ahead, and then picked up the pieces and went through to third. I've got to say, great driving from Shadowski, going round the outside of Ninovic. Somehow the pair of them getting through okay. Gomez was in 4th place, but what an end to the race. The crowd on their feet to applaud their driver, Emanuele Olivieri, who takes the win in the final race of the weekend in front of his home crowd. Sebastian Weldon finishing in second. Great points on the board for him. He'll get 18 for that. We'll go 7 ahead of Keen Nakamura Berta. And Rashid Al-Daheri did take a single point at the end. So the gap between himself and Nakamura Berta will go from 10 to 9. Let's watch back some of the last lap then. This was the contact between Gomez. Oh, look at that. Airborne coming through the first corner. Don't know how he was still able to continue, to be honest. He might have been carrying a subtle damage to the car. Let's see it again. Through, oh, and to just clip the curb, the Trident car there, it seemed pop off and into the side of Gomez. Then there was that moment coming through Ascari, which I'd love to see again. Somehow Jan Shadowski went round Ninovic, who had come back onto the circuit after going side by side with Gomez, and just managed to get through and finish P6. There's your top 10. Olivieri, rookie winner, overall winner. Another podium for Weldon this weekend. Yuki Sano taking a podium, his first in Formula Regional. Gomez 4th, Ninovic 5th. Great result for Road in that after a disappointing day yesterday. Shadowski P6, Roussel PB for him in 7th. Popov dropped to 8th after that contact at the first corner. Salim Hanna was 9th. Al-Daheri taking a single point in P10 from 26th on the grid. 16 places gained. Lee was in 11th place, and it was Almas Sergi in 12th place from 27th. Frankot was next. We'll go through the rest in just a second. Here's your championship. Weldon 7 ahead of Nakamura Berta. Al-Daheri then on 105.16 back from Sebastian Weldon. Olivieri now taking 4th ahead of Renault Frankot. So it was Frankot 13th, then Munoz 14th, Chi was 15th, Gauda 16th, Rahim Alabai gained 13 places to finish 17th, Maschio 19th, and Giacardi, Dupe, Reza Siworthen, Thomas Stolchamanis, who we saw off in the gravel, Francisco Macedo. The incident involving Kostic and Anurag on the last lap has been noted. And then we had Kazavar out, Marcus Sartor out, Costa, Nakamura Berta, and Darian Arni. And incident involving Ninovic and Gomez has been noted as well. The pair of them coming through turn 8 side by side. Ninovic then found himself off on the gravel, briefly rejoined. Somehow they all got through okay. Can't imagine how Rodin were watching that one. But 2 in the top 5. They'll be very pleased with that. More pleased than anyone, though, will be Italian Emanuele Olivieri. And this is a dream, isn't it? Winning at the Temple of Speed as an Italian driver. Kimi Antonelli, the only other to do it in this championship. What a club to be part of. Well done, Emanuele Olivieri. We've seen similar performances like this from the likes of Isaac Hadjar, Martini Stenchorn, rookies winning races and really not looking like rookies at all. And Emanuele Olivieri is now starting to move more into that club. He's driving an absolutely superb season. Well done to R-Race GP as well. They get their first win here since 2021 when rookie Isaac Hadjar took the victory. Well done to him. He's gaining so much confidence. He had a good off-season, Emanuele Olivieri. Some had him down as a dark horse, and you can see why. Sebastian Weldon, great points on the board. Championship lead, he'll take that in second. And Yuki Sano, what a last lap from him. We'll hear more about that in the press conference that we will be doing after the race in the media centre here at Monza. P6 to P3. When you've got a one-lap shootout like that at the end, sometimes the race can just fall for you. And Yuki Sano just placed his car perfectly coming through the chicane to get out and charge through to third place. What an end. First podium for him. There's been a lot of firsts this weekend, none other than this man taking his first win as well. He'll be chatting to Ian Salvestrian in just a second. You can see he's at the ready to speak to Emanuele Olivieri, the Italian driver, winning at the Temple of Speed. R-Race GP will be incredibly proud with what they're seeing from him and jumps up a place in the championship to P4 as well. Now comfortably starting to lead the rookie championship, which is made up of overall points. Right, let's hear from our race winner. He is with Ian Salvestrian.
Una vittoria fantastica italiana, a fantastic Italian victory. You've done it. What a drive, what a win. Congratulations, Emanuele Olivieri. How does it feel to win at Monza?
Honestly, I don't have what is winning here at home with first win in the FIA is something like I will never forget. The race was not easy, it was so hot, and I think the pace was good, but just, you know, every race that was really hard to manage the gap, and in Monza is really still mistake. So I'm really happy what the team gave me, and honestly I'm really happy overall. Really happy.
Congratulations, we'll let you stand up on one of the most famous podiums in the world. Congratulations, Emanuele Olivieri, you've won at Monza.
Thank you.
Couldn't have said it better. Great stuff, Ian. Right, let's go back to where it all started. Nakamura Berta, Olivieri, your front row once again, albeit the other way round. And Olivieri came straight across to defend from Nakamura Berta. Stolchamanis stalled on the grid a little bit further back as we headed through the Roger chicane for the first time. Munoz just taken to the escape. Kai Darianani had an incident with one of the G4 cars, and that puts him out of the race. Safety car, and we were back racing once more. Olivieri leading the way. Race mode would shortly be activated, and then the pressure would be piled on him, and then just seemed an incident coming into the first Lesmo. It was looked into between Olivieri and Nakamura Berta. No investigation needed, but Nakamura Berta, championship leader, out of the race. Marcus Sartor then felt that he had some damage to his car after coming together with Miguel Costa, retired his car from the race. And back green we were once more, and the fight through the field from Rashid Al Daheri continued, but came to an end here when he went down the inside of Abkhazovar at the Rogia, and that brought out damage for him. One lap dash to the end. It would be at the end then. The two rode in side by side there. Gomez and Ninovic. Ninovic off onto the gravel. Look at that from Jan Shirovsky. Absolutely superb driving. Don't know how he managed to avoid any contact. Out front though, Olivieri would eventually win comfortably from Weldon, and Yuki Sano went from P6 to P3 on the final lap. A huge congratulations to the Italian, winning on home soil. That will be one of the proudest days of his career so far. Not driving like a rookie at all, is he? Emanuele Olivieri leading the rookie standings comfortably. He goes up to P4 in the championship now as well. And that's been a superb weekend for him across the board. When you look at it, Olivieri, he got on the podium in race 1. Said it best himself, he picked the right race to have a DNF, which was the lowest scoring reverse grid race 2, but then came back and got full points in this one from pole position, so a heavy point scoring weekend for Olivieri. And he'll take that walk onto the top step of the podium, in a proud moment coming up shortly when the anthem plays out around the Temple of Speed. Weldon, he has been on the podium already this weekend. Yuki Sano, 3rd place. What an end to the race for him. And RSGP, just like they were in 2021, out on the top step of the podium. Right, let's hear the anthem. Congratulations to Emanuele Olivieri. What a dramatic end to the weekend. Got a new championship leader in Sebastian Weldon there on the podium. A new winner in Olivieri and a new podium finisher as well in Yuki Sano. That's all for round 4 of the season. We're now at the halfway point. We'll be back in 3 weeks' time for round 5 of the season at the Hungaroring. 2 races that weekend. Another 3-race weekend coming up in Imola a little bit later on. Been a pleasure to call you through the action this weekend. Myself, Chris McCarthy and Ian Silvestrian. Thank you very much for joining us on what has been a hugely entertaining weekend of racing here at the Temple of Speed. The race mode system being used to put on a really good show for all the fans around the circuit. We have a great championship fight shaping up, don't we? Olivieri, could he now get himself in that? You'll have to join us in a few weeks' time to find out. Hungaroring next for round 5 of the season. For now, though, from myself, Chris McCarthy, and Ian Silvestrian here from Monza, it's goodbye.